What is up, everybody? I wanted to come to you guys with my Impact Wrestling review, so let's get right into it. To kick off the night, we had Josh Alexander versus Vikingo. This was a really good one-on-one match between Josh Alexander and Vikingo. This was a really good one-on-one match. I really enjoyed it, man. This match had some really great wrestling, man. These two guys absolutely went out and stole the show tonight on Impact Wrestling and had a very good match, man. This match, um, tonight, Vikingo and Josh Alexander went out and had a very good match tonight on Impact Wrestling. This was a very interesting match between Vikingo and Josh Alexander to kick off Impact Wrestling tonight. These two guys absolutely went out and tore the house down tonight and had a great match. This was an awesome match between Vikingo and Josh Alexander to start off Impact Wrestling. Very good match between these two guys. Very interesting match. This was a fun match to watch. Very enjoyable as well. This match was very good. I love this match, man. This was the best match to start off Impact Wrestling. This was a very awesome match. Love this match between Josh Alexander and Vikingo. Very good match, man. These two guys went out there and just had a great match tonight to kick off Impact Wrestling tonight. Good one-on-one match between Vikingo and Josh Alexander on Impact Wrestling tonight. Very fun match, very enjoyable as well. These two guys went out there and absolutely just tore the house down tonight. And a really good first match to kick off Impact Wrestling tonight. And Vikingo ended up picking up the win over Josh Alexander tonight on Impact Wrestling in the first match of the night in a very, very good match. Very enjoyable match. This match had a great spot where Vikingo went into the crowd and jumped off two barricades and did a double backflip onto Josh Alexander. That was a really cool spot in the match as well. Vikingo went into the crowd and went up on two barriers and did a double backflip off of the barrier onto Josh Alexander during the match they were having tonight. In the first match to kick off Impact Wrestling tonight. Awesome match, awesome spot there as well. These two guys absolutely went out and had a great match tonight. Josh Alexander and Vikingo had an awesome match, fun to watch, very entertaining, great match tonight between Vikingo and Josh Alexander tonight on Impact Wrestling. Very fun match, and Vikingo ended up picking up the win over Josh Alexander tonight to kick off Impact Wrestling in a very, very good match. And then we had Pagano we had Pagano and Murder Clown versus the Rascals in a tag team match tonight. This was a awesome tag team match with Pagano and Murder Clown versus the Rascals tonight in the second match to kick off Impact Wrestling in a tag team match. This was a good tag team match with Pagano and Murder Clown versus the Rascals tonight and on Impact Wrestling in the second match of the night for a tag team match. This match was decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a decent tag team match. It wasn't all that it didn't have a lot of high spots, but it had some good wrestling. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a decent match with Pagano versus the Rascals tonight in a tag team match on Impact Wrestling. Very fun tag team wrestling match. It was enjoyable for what it was. It was decent. I did get into it a little bit. It was a fun match to watch. I did enjoy it just a little bit. It was a pretty good tag team match versus the Rascals and Pagano and Murder Clown tonight on Impact Wrestling. Very good tag team match. This was a good tag team match. It was enjoyable. It was decent. It was a decent tag team match for the second night on Impact Wrestling tonight. It was decent for what it was. I did enjoy it. It was pretty decent. So, and in the Rascals ended up picking up the win over Pagano and Murder Clown tonight in their tag team match on Impact Wrestling. So very good tag team match tonight on Impact Wrestling with the Rascals versus Pagano and Murder Clown. Very good, decent tag team match tonight on Impact Wrestling. And the Rascals picked up the win over Pagano and Murder Clown tonight on Impact Wrestling. And then we get a backstage segment with Taya. Taya put on a pretty good backstage segment. I did like it. Her backstage segment was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Very good backstage segment with Taya tonight on Impact Wrestling. Very awesome segment tonight with Taya during her backstage segment tonight for Impact Wrestling. Taya's backstage impact tonight for on Impact Wrestling. Taya's backstage segment was really good. Taya did good during her backstage segment tonight. Very awesome backstage segment with Taya. Very interesting as well. Very fun as well. And then we had Daga and Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Reno Scum in a tag team match tonight on Impact Wrestling as well. This was a decent to okay tag team match on Impact Wrestling tonight. Daga and Dr. Wagner Jr. took on Reno Scum in a tag team match tonight on Impact Wrestling. This tag team match with Reno Scum versus Daga and Dr. Wagner Jr. was very good. It was pretty decent. It wasn't the best match that I've seen with these two tag teams. It wasn't the best match, but it was decent. It wasn't a steal the show type of match, but it was a decent to okay tag team match with Dr. Wagner Jr. and Daga versus Reno Scum tonight in a tag team match on Impact Wrestling. This match was decent. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that good of a match. It was very slow, very methodical work. The pace was slow as well. So this match didn't wow me. It was decent for what it was. I did sort of like it in a way, but it was just kind of slow for me. I couldn't really get into it. So Dr. Wagner Jr. and Daga ended up picking up the win over Reno Scum tonight on Impact Wrestling in a tag team match. These two teams didn't wow me. I don't know much about these two tag teams at all, but this was a decent to okay sort of tag team match with Dr. Wagner Jr. and Daga versus Reno Scum tonight on Impact Wrestling. This tag team match was decent to okay. It wasn't the best tag team match. It was decent. And Daga and Dr. Wagner Jr. ended up picking up the win over Reno Scum tonight on Impact Wrestling in a decent to okay tag team match for the night. It was okay to decent. It was what it was. It was nothing special. So Daga and Dr. Wagner Jr. picked up the win over Reno Scum tonight on Impact Wrestling in a tag team match. And then we had a triple threat match tonight on Impact Wrestling for the women. This was the best match of the night on Impact Wrestling tonight. This was the best match of the night in my opinion between the women for Impact Wrestling. It was Madison Rayne versus Kiera Hogan versus Jordana Grace tonight. This was a number one contendership match to see who would face Taya for the Knockout Women's Championship. This was a good triple threat match tonight on Impact Wrestling with the women. Kiera Hogan versus Madison Rayne versus Jordana Grace. This was a really good women's triple threat match. I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. I liked it. This was the best match of the night in my opinion for the women tonight of Impact Wrestling. The women went out and stole the show and had a great match tonight. This was a very fun triple threat match between Kiera Hogan, Jordana Grace, and Madison Rayne. All three of these women went out and had a great match tonight. This match with Jordana Grace, Madison Rayne, and Kiera Hogan in a triple threat match for the number one contendership to see who will face Taya for the Knockout Women's Championship was a very good match, very fun, very enjoyable, fast paced, great storytelling inside the ring as well. All three of these women can go inside of the ring. These women had a great match tonight. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion, tonight for the women of Impact Wrestling during this triple threat number one contenders match between Jordana Grace, Kiera Hogan, and Jordana Grace for the number one contendership to see who will face Taya for the Knockouts Championship. This was a great women's triple threat match. I did enjoy it. It was a great triple threat match for the night of Impact Wrestling. This was the best match of the night for the women, in my opinion. The women stole the show tonight. Jordana Grace, Kiera Hogan, and Jordana Grace and Madison Rayne. All three of these women went out and put on a great show tonight. Stole and had the match of the night, in my opinion. These women absolutely stole the show in a very good match. And Jordana Grace is your new number one contender. She will face Taya for the Knockout Women's Championship. She beat Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne tonight in a triple threat number one contendership match to see who will face Taya for the Knockout Women's Championship. And this was a good triple threat match tonight with Kiera Hogan, Jordana Grace, and Madison Rayne in a triple threat match tonight on Impact Wrestling. Very good match, very fun, awesome match, great storytelling in the match as well. These women went out and absolutely stole the show. This was the best match of the night for the women of Impact Wrestling, and that's my opinion. These women went out and stole the show tonight. And Jordana Grace is your new number one contender for the Knockout Women's Championship. She will face Taya for the Knockouts Championship. So congratulations to Jordana Grace on her win tonight on Impact Wrestling and becoming the new number one contender for the Women's Knockout Championship. Congratulations to her. These women absolutely went out and stole the show tonight. Kiera Hogan, Madison Rayne, and Jordana Grace in a triple threat number one contendership match for the Knockouts Championship. This was a great match. Women went out and stole the show tonight for Impact Wrestling. And Jordana Grace is your new number one contender for Taya's Women's Knockout Championship. So congratulations to Jordana Grace. She beat Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne tonight to become the new number one contender to the Knockout Women's Championship. So congratulations to Jordana Grace. Now let's get into the main event Michael Elgin versus Eddie Edwards in the Best of 5 series tonight. This was a good main event for Impact Wrestling tonight between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards tonight in the Best of 5 series. This was a really awesome main event to close the show tonight for Impact Wrestling between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards tonight in the Best of 5 series. This was an awesome match, fun chain wrestling, great storytelling, great match to close the night for Impact Wrestling as well. This was a fun main event. I like this main event between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards tonight in the Best of 5 series to close Impact Wrestling tonight. I really love this main event. Awesome main event. These two guys absolutely went out there and stole the show tonight in the main event. Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards put on a good match, fun to watch, very entertaining as well. Very, very good match between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards to close the night in the main event for Impact Wrestling tonight. These two guys absolutely went out there and had a great match. Very fun, very entertaining as well. And Michael Elgin ends up going over on Eddie Edwards by making him pass out tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling. Michael Elgin made Eddie Edwards pass out, and Michael Elgin goes up 1-0 over Eddie Edwards in the Best of 5 series tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling. these matches are going to continue. It's the best of 5 series. So Michael Elgin is up 1-0 over Eddie Edwards tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling by making Eddie Edwards pass out. That was your main event tonight of Impact Wrestling. It was very good, very entertaining. I love this match in the main event tonight for Impact Wrestling with Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards in the best of 5 series. This was a good match. I enjoyed it. Very fun to watch as well. So this main event between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards was really good. I enjoyed it, man. This was a fun main event for Impact Wrestling to close the show between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards in the best of 5 series. And Eddie Elgin and Michael Elgin picked up the win tonight over Eddie Edwards, making Eddie Edwards pass out. So Michael Elgin is up 1-0 over Eddie Edwards in the best of 5 series. So if there's 3 matches, I would suggest you guys go back and watch on Impact Wrestling tonight. Go back and watch Vikingo versus Josh Alexander. Go back and watch that match. Go back and watch the women's triple threat match with Madison Rayne, Kiera Hogan, and Jordana Grace for the #1 contendership, and a triple threat match for the Knockout Women's Championship to see who will become the new #1 contender for Taya. Go back and watch that women's triple threat match tonight as well on Impact Wrestling. I think you guys will enjoy it. And watch the main event between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling. They're gonna be doing a best of 5 series. So go and watch the main event tonight between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards tonight on Impact Wrestling. Go back and watch that. I think you guys will enjoy that as well. So I'm gonna give Impact Wrestling a 5 out of 10. I thought Impact had some really good matches tonight. So I'm gonna go 5 out of 10 for my Impact Wrestling review. If you guys like this Impact Wrestling review, hit that thumbs up and leave it below and tell me what you guys thought about Impact Wrestling tonight. What matches did you guys enjoy tonight on Impact Wrestling? What matches did you guys hate tonight on Impact Wrestling? So thank you guys for watching this Impact Wrestling review. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for all your love and support. I really do appreciate that. I love each and every one. I love each and every one of you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome to my channel. If you're new, hit that red word that says subscribe and turn on the bell for notification. I'd appreciate that. And guys, I would love for you guys to join my channel. I would really appreciate that a lot. So thank you guys for watching this Impact Wrestling review. Much love to each and every one of you guys. And I will talk to you guys later on tonight. You guys have a great night. Much love. And I hope you guys have an awesome night tonight. I will be back later on with you guys tonight. So you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you guys probably later tonight. So you guys have a good one. Much love from me to you guys. Peace.